buy, they should buy.
We do it now.
What's in this?
Erachin?
Erachin, yeah.
Evaluations.
It's a small Masach. Okay, we're starting on Mem Tes Amud Bais. And we're starting from the Mishnah. We say, Chomesh Slaim. And it says, by Pidin Ben, how big is the cellar? It says it's given b'mana tzuri.
King.
Jack. Nice. Best Jack.
It's a word for you.
This is going to confuse me. I'm like entangled in this stuff, but there's too much notes for me, so I can't even look at it. Okay, it's Manatsuri. Let's treat it as that. It's Manatsuri. Tsuri is probably tire, the Tyrian mana. That's the type of coin that you need to use. Okay, the next case is Shleishim Shalevet. That means if a ox gores a Evet Kanani, you have to pay 30 coins. We're on the Mishnah on Mem Tes Amud Bais. You have to pay 30 coins.
I'm on another Gemara,
Chamishim Shel Einas, and the same as the 50 coins of someone that raped a girl. V'shel Mefata. There's also 50 coins for someone that seduces a girl. If he doesn't want to marry her, he has to pay that coin. And Meya Shel Meitzi Shemra, the 100 coins that someone that marries a girl and then claims that she wasn't a virgin because she had an affair in between their marriage and when they live together. So, and then he's proven wrong, so he has to pay 100 coins. Kulam, take this one. Kulam be-shekel ha-kodesh. All of them are shekel ha-kodesh. We know what shekel ha-kodesh is because
49b3.
The pasuk says, Esrim Geira HaShekel. We know that it's 20 Geira. Geira is translated as a ma. I don't know if this helps us. This may help us, actually.
There's a gathering spot for a Busch Gardens trip. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get here.
Busch Gardens again?
What is that?
That doesn't say. So, and these are Manatsuri.
No cookies.
Oh, thank you. And Kulam Niftin Bekesef B'Shava Kesef Chutz Mishkalim. All of them, anything that's redeemed, you could use silver, or you can use Shava Kesef. Things that have value, except for Shkalim, except for the half a shekel that you have to give once a year. Except for the half a shekel that you have to give once a year, that has to be a real shekel. Okay. I thought this is going to make it easier for me. I couldn't figure out the Gemara this morning. I was going to buy the app, Dr. Stein. Because I can't get it. They don't have Amazon Prime now to deliver the art scroll to my house. But I could get the app for the month. But this confuses me. Okay, if I need help, I'll look at that. The Gemara says Manatsuri. Actually, it's supposed to be my Manatsuri. What is a Manatsuri? Amar Abasi, Mana Shel Tsuri. It's a mana that comes from Tsur, Tyre. Where's Tyre? Is that in the Mediterranean?
It's in Lebanon now.
It's in Lebanon. Rabami Amar Dinra Arva. Rabami says that it's an Arabic Yishmaeli dinar. Rashi says that he quotes from the Chuvas HaGa'inim. Rashi quotes from the Chuvas HaGa'inim that a dinar arva. Oh, this is wild. I'm not going to be able to figure this out. Whatever the case is, it's a dinar arva. There's a machlekes Rashi and Tosfos. If it's larger or smaller, actually that's going to be in the next one. Okay, this is we're discussing here what type of coin a manatsuri is. Now Rabbi Chanina Omer. Supposed to be Rabbi Chanina Omar Astira is the Sela coin that we're using. The Sela in Isra is Sarsia. It's this coin. She says it's an old coin, or possibly it's a smaller coin, or it's possibly a bigger coin. There's all these different interpretations. Whatever the case is, the Mizdamna Tamnaya Bedinra, that 8 of them are sold for a 1 dinar. That means that it's much smaller. How does Rabbi Chanina say that it's so much smaller? The answer is because Rabbi Chanina is a Tana and he can argue on the Mishnah. Chamish minay lepidyon ben, and 5 of them are used for a pidyon ben. So it's really a very, very small coin that's being used here, according to Rabbi Chanina. Okay. Rabbi Yochanan Amar. Rabbi Yochanan says, we're on top of page 9, Dina, Hadriana, Traiana, and Shayafa. This you have to have a comment about. It's a Hadrian coin, Tariana, who was after Hadrian? Trajan, and Shayafa. Shayafa doesn't. It says it's another name of a king, but is there a translation for him? They don't have a name for him. Shayafa. Worn out. Yeah. He's translating it. That Shayafa in the Koran, the translating Shayafa means that it's worn down. You don't have
Rashi says it's the name of a king.
Rashi says it's the name of a king. And abraded. What does abraded mean? Worn out?
No, it has those lines on the side, like a quarter.
That's what it means. Okay. The Mizdamna be'esrim v'chamesh suzi. It's a type of coin that is sold for 25 zuz and dalmina yishtusa.
25 dinar, no?
The zuz and a dinar is the same coin.
Okay.
I know it's why they have to do that. It's so confusing to everyone. But you take off 1/6 and v'hanach lepidyon ben, and what's left over, so if you have 25, you take off 1/6 of 25, which is 4 point something. So what's left over you use for pidyon ben. The Gemara asks, Hani esrim b'chad naki dinka havi, danka havi. This is really 21 minus a danka is a 6. Yeah, so that's what it is, because 4 times 6 is 24. So what you do is, if you take off a 6, you're left with 21 and 5/6. If you take off. No, you're left with 20 and 5 6.
No, 21.
If you take off the 6, it's 24.
21
He
minus
says here,
25.
6 of 25 equals 4, 6, 4, and a 6. Thus, after subtracting a 6 from the Hadrian, Trojan, and gold dinar, the remainder is 20.
No, it's not 19.
56. Tyrian,
It's not
silver.
6. You're taking off a sixth of 25.
You need Avram Nassaroth.
That's the inside and the outside.
When it comes
Yeah.
to his money.
So I would have done this simple. I would have responded that this Gemara has two ways of dealing with sixth. One is inside and outside. That means a sixth of 25. The Gemara can do that. There's really imagine that there's 30. And that would be the extra 6 would make it to 30. So you take off which a 6 would be 5, and then you're left with 20. See, if you take off, if you add a 6, you have 30. If you take off a 6, then you have 20. Okay. Okay, so the Gemara says we're looking really for. Why is this a question? If there's 21. Because the Gemara understands that you need 20 dinarim for a pidyon ban. Because a dinar, which is a zuz, 4 of them make a sela. And I need 5 sela. 5 shekel, 5 sela. Shekel and a sela in the Gemara is the same. So if I need 5 sela, and each sela is 4 dinarim, that means I need 20 dinarim, or 20 zuz. And here, I don't have 20, I have 20 and 5 6. Because I had started with 25, and I removed a 6, which is a 6th is 4 and a 6th of 25. So the Gemara says, so what do we have to do? Eladal shtusav zuzah. So when it said remove a 6, what it really means is remove a 6 plus an extra zuz. And now I'm with 19 and 5 6. The Gemara says V'hanach lepidyon ben. Gemara asks Akati esrim naki danka havi, but that's 20 minus a 6, which means 19 and 5 6, because you took off first the 6, then you took off another zuz, another dinar, and now you're down to 19 minus a 6. Eladal zuzah v'shtusa v'hanach lepidyon ben. The Gemara says there's a simpler way of doing it. First you remove a zuz. Now you're down to 24.
This is all to explain Rabbi.
Yeah. Now you're down to 24, and then you remove a 6. Now 24, you remove the 6, is 4, so you have exactly 20. Depends where you remove the. If you remove the zuz first, then a 6 is different. And this is where they catch you on the. In the market and the houses and things and stuff. We'll lower the price at 6 and thing, and you miss it. You miss it when they say it's the 6 on this, the 6 on that. They catch you somewhere. Okay. The Havalu Esrim Mitkali dinner, that comes out with 20 shkolim with the weight of a dinar, in the weights of a dinar. The Inon Esrim V'tamnaya Zuzi, which is 28 zuz, upalgi and a half, upalgadanka and a half a 6. Those words that I just read is this long Rashi here, I'll write down the side. The Rashi apparently is trying to say that it fits with Rabbi Hanina's other coin here, but I couldn't work it out. So I couldn't work this out. Does he have like a simple explanation for that line? You may take it out, because some say that it's added from the Gainim. Gemara notes that these are a weight of 20 mitkalei, of small golden dinars known as matkalei, which are worth 28 and a half dinars and half of a sixth of a dinar in Arabian silver dinar. Okay, he doesn't matkalei. Wait. Amar Rava. Rava says.
About the trips.
Oh, they left without him.
They're still here.
Okay. Amar Rava. Rava says, Slarm de Raisa. What's a sela de Raisa? Tlasa betilsa. It's 3 1/3. Let's see how to do this simply. We had a chart. It works like this. A ma in 20 ma is a shekel or a sela. Will it work?
I said you famously have coins you do this with.
Okay, so it's a nickel, no?
No, 1 second. So, let me tell you how it is normally, and then we'll go through this Gemara. So, if we have pundiain, 2 pundiain equals 1 ma. And normally it's 6 ma'ah equals a dinar, which is a zuz. Dinar and zuz is the same. Now, 4 dinar is a sela, which is equal to a shekel. Okay, and then 25 sela is equal to a mana. Okay. Now, 2 punjan equals a ma. I know what a ma is, I should say. Ma is a geira in the Torah. Geira is spelled with a hey, right? Esrim geira hashekel. Now, this is going to throw us off because how many ma'ah will be in a sela? So 6 ma is in a dinar.
How many dinars in a sela?
And there's 4 dinar in a sela. It's 24. It should be 24. Problem is, in the Torah it says there's 20. 20 ma, and what happened is, at a certain point in history, they added instead of 6 ma to a dinar. Originally it was. This is how it is in the Talmud. Originally it was only 5. Then it makes sense because 2 pundian, I guess, would equal a ma, and 5 ma would equal a dinar. Then it would be 4 dinars a sela. That would be a total of 20. 4 times 5. That would be a total of 20. That'd be a total of 20. So we're going with the biblical
It's like a stop that splits.
Equivalence here. And Rabbi says that if we have 5 instead of 6, so Slam Deraisa is Tlasa Betilsa.
You know why you said there? I said that.
Is 3, a sela in the Torah is 3 dinar. 3 dinar.
Not 4.
How much is 3 dinar? Is 18 ma, right?
It's 18. It's not 100. It's
18 ma. 18 ma. Betilsa. And a third of a dinar. How much is a third of a dinar? It's another 2, because a dinar is 6 ma. So it's 3 1/3, which is 18 and plus 2, which is the third, which is a total of 20. Havi. Diksiv esrim geira shekel. It says there's 20 geira in the shekel. And the Targum says esrim man. Bitanya sheish ma kesef dinar. And it says in the Brisa that a dinar is 6 ma. So how much is a sela? Is 20. Okay. Gemara asks the question, Meisvei, v'lei sela shel kodesh arba nishmeina pundiyainen. The sela, what happens over here is if someone wants to buy back land, if someone consecrates his field, and then he wants to buy it back, so there's a certain price that he needs to pay per year, which is basically a sela per year. So the only thing is that he gives a sela and the pundian. And the pundian is the smallest coin that we have on this list. He gives a sela and a pundian. It comes out according to this. How many pundian are in a sela? So each ma is 2 pundian. I need 6 ma for a dinar. So that means a dinar is 12 pundian. I need 4 dinar in a sela. So that means 12 times 4 is 48. So really there's 48 pundian in a sela. Okay, now. It says that you have to give a sela in the pundian. It says a sela and a pundian per year. The problem is, but a sela itself is 48 pundian. So it comes out is that there is an extra pundian that's going. And it says pundian zemativa is kilbain. The proitret.
The bonus.
It's like for the exchange. There's an extra pundian here that's being used for the exchange. Now, what's going to happen there? You're supposed to pay 50 silver coins for yovel. Coming out is that there's an extra pundian that's being used. So what's the problem? Problem is, how much is a sela deraisa? How much is a sela? It comes out that a sela is not 20 ma, according to this. It comes out that a sela is 24 ma, because if I have a 2 pundian is equal to 1 ma, and there's 48 pundian in a sela, and we know that a sela is 4 dinar, so it comes out that each dinar is going to be 6 ma, not 5 ma. Not each dinar, each sela is not going to be 3 1/3 like Rabbi says. Each sela is going to be 4. The Gemara says Basa de Sifa Alaya. That we changed the currency. We added this extra 6. The Tanya, taught in the Brisa. Esrim Geira shekel. A shekel is 20 geira. Lamadna la shekel shu esrim geira. How do you know that you're allowed to add value to the shekel? Make it 24. Talmud Leimer Yiyah. It shall be. That means that you can add. Or in the future tense, I guess. Yachal. It's Rashi says Oid Hafayachar. You can add onto it one extra thing. Yachal Yifchais. Maybe you can also subtract and make at a certain point the currency less, and you have less than 20 geira. Talmud Laimar Hu. Less he can't go. Rav Ashi Shadalei Shivsar Zuzi l'Rav Acha Breid Ravina Bepidin Ben. Rav Ashi sent 17 coins to Rav Acha, the son of Ravina, for Pidin Ben, because Rav Acha was a Kayan, and Rav Ashi, I guess, was redeeming his son. And Shalachlei, he says to him, Lishter Limar Tilsi Yiserta Dikalayu, send me back the extra third that you have. He felt that it was only 16.6. I guess, what did he do? If you take 100, he was dividing it by he says that a sela is really 3 dinarim and the third, which means 20 coins. He sent, so 20 times 5 is 100, is really 100 ma. It's really 100 ma. Now 100 ma is how many 100 times 6, because each ma is 6. Each sela, each dinar is 6 ma. So, and I need to get 4 dinarim per sela. So I know that if I add it up by ma, I have 100 ma here, because it's 20 times 5. Each sela is 20 ma. Esrim Geira HaShekel. It's 20 ma in the sela. So times it times 5. Now I have to divide it by 6. So I divide it by 6, I have 16.6. Right? 100 divided by 6 would be 16.6. Correct? So he gave him 17 coins. So he says, give me back a third. I gave you extra, give me back the change. So, and he tells him back, he says, no, send me the extra to make up the balance. Because you're missing 3 dinar. Why? Because according to him, a dinar, a 5 sela is
20. He needs 20.
He needs 24 though.
More
He
than
needs
the
24.
17.
He needs,
So you didn't send him?
but he needs 120 ma, because it's 24 times 5 is 120. He wants 120. You see, Rav Ashi was doing 20 times 5, because he says the biblical amount. He was doing the Mishnaic and Talmudic amount, which is 24 times 5. So he says, you need to give me 20 more. You need to give 3 more dinarim to make it to the 20, because he gave him only 17. Amar Reb Chanina, Kol Kesef Amar B'Torah Stam is a sela. If the Torah says kesef and it doesn't say how much, just says silver, it's a sela. If it says it in the prophets, it means litrim. A litrim is a much larger coin. It's 25 sela. We would consider that a ma. The ksuvim, if it says it in the writings, then it's kinshrin. Kinshrin is 100 sela. It's a very large coin. Chutz min kaspi shel Ephron. There's an exception to this. By Ephron, which is written in the Torah, and it's not in the writings, Ephron was the one from Ches that sold Avram the Marsa Machpelah. But there it says, Af bishkasu b'Torah stam, even though it says it plain, kinshrin, stam, kinshrin. It needs to be kinshrin. It was kinshrin.
Stam is because it's not
Doesn't say.
Hasoda.
Right.
No words. It's
Right.
Kesef.
But because he says that it needs to be over l'seicher, it needs to be taken anywhere, it needs to be acceptable anywhere. And there are some places that call a shekel a kinshra.
Tikla is weak.
Yeah, but the shin in Hebrew switches for a tough in Aramaic. So shekel becomes tekel. You heard that from me before, right? Taklin chadatin. is new shkalim, taklin chadatim. Right?
And it was based
Like
on
a
the weight
shar.
anyways.
In Aramaic for a shar is a tura. So there's tough exchanges for the shin exchanges for a tough.
They had a
So
list.
shekel becomes takla. Or
The
tikla.
Babylonians had this.
Amar Rabbi Shia.
Absolutely.
Rabbi Shia says,
They
Bikshu
couldn't say shin.
Bikshu lignais kol kasev azav shaba'ilam
This is a
nekasev
crazy
azav
story.
shal Yerushalayim. There's a
Awesome.
problem over here. Problem is that they had gold and silver in Yerushalayim. This is Rabbi Shia over there. Yeah. They had gold and silver in Yerushalayim, and it got captured. And now it's floating all over the world. And it could be that it came from the temple. No, we can't use any of this gold. Until they found the pasuk that says it's allowed. Shnemar ubova pritzim v'chalulua. The pritzim are the one that broke through. The robbers came in and they made it mundane. So once they took it out, it became.
But it was only for
profane.
that time. It was a specific Zarshakasa.
I don't
Never
know.
again.
I don't know.
Never,
They went out to Chulin. The Gemara asked, "B'shleim aviru b'da'alma." Why is this such a concern? Most of the gold comes from Yerushalayim. It's got to be batal. See, the gold is all recycled. It's all it goes from this
Is
from a
Hektish
coin to.
batal? Money of Hektish
It's not
is
supposed to
batal?
be. Oh, we did have a case where it was batal. Remember, we had